Well, Mr. Prime Minister, thank you for having us, for your time. I would like to start asking about the recent NATO summit. So do you think the process of integration into NATO is irreversible?
For Ukraine, it is irreversible, and partners approved this during this summit.
In how much time do you think it could be done?
I can't answer this question right now because we are ready to be member of NATO immediately. But we understand that now we have a full-scale war in Ukraine. So there is this charter of NATO which forbid to become member of NATO during the full-scale aggression period. So we understand that we need to stop this war and then to make our next efforts to be full-scale member of NATO. Mm-hmm. But as for now, Ukrainian army is using standards of NATO everywhere on the battlefield. We are fighting for NATO weaponry and NATO ammunition. So we implement all needed reforms, approaches, standards according to the NATO charter, according to the NATO standards. So mm-hmm. Now I think that we are absolutely ready. Plus we have absolutely unique practical experience on the battlefield. So we may share our experience, our innovations with NATO countries.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree? So do you agree with the 5% target of GDP defense spending?
I should say
for the NATO allies, I mean.
No matter which percentage do you spend for your defense, very important. I will tell you our own experience. Before beginning of the full-scale aggression, Ukraine was under Russian aggression since 2014, so 11 years as for now. And before 2022, there was many political discussions how much should we spend for covering of our defense expenses. And we have 2.5%. And there was political decision to increase to 5% our expenditures, budget expenditures for defense purposes. It was in 2020. Then during the 2 years, we have made many huge efforts to increase this amount, and we could do it to 4.7%. We still don't reach 5%. And then full-scale aggression began. And now we spend 26% of our GDP, and this amount is equal 100% of all our state budget for our defense expenses. So we spend 100% of our budget for our defense. So the question, how much should any country spend now in these conditions on the defense expenditures? It's not philosophical question. This is very practical question in 21st century, because before this full-scale aggression, I never can imagine that it will be possible, such a bloody war on the European continent in 21st century. But it is, and now we all should be ready. So I should say that all countries should spend enough money to have enough capacities to protect itself from such aggressors as Russia, for example. And Russia now is very strong, and they increase their capacities, they increase their production capacities in military sphere. Their military doctrine is aggressive doctrine, not defense doctrine, but aggressive doctrine. So all the Europe should count on this, should take a look on this aggressive neighbor and should be ready.
You are a little bit disappointed with Prime Minister Sánchez of his decision of breaking this 5% of the GDP?
Look, this is a sovereign decision of your country and your people. So I have no right to estimate this decision because it's really sovereign decision. But what I can say and what I should say, that Spain is one of the biggest supporter for Ukraine. So we are really grateful and to your country, to your people, to your government, your president, because you gave us all possible support in all sectors, from defense to humanitarian support, sanctions, political and diplomatical support in all spheres. So now you goes to the recovery of our country in some regions, in some spheres. in medicines, in education. So we really appreciate this. And from my point of view, Spain will be one of the most important partner for Ukraine during recovery period. So, and I'm here and I will urge Spanish businesses to look carefully on Ukraine as on the possibility to develop joint ventures, to develop projects in infrastructure, develop projects in construction, and earn money with Ukraine after war will finish. Because now you support us with defense, ammunition, technologies, and then we really appreciate this. So this is very important for us, but how much your country will spend on different sectors, this is your decision. And I can estimate this and appreciate this because I am Prime Minister of my country and we always have internal discussions. How much should we spend on education, on medicine, on social sector, on defense? So this is a tough internal discussion inside of each nation, inside of each country. So this is your own inside decision.
Regarding your relations with the European Union, do you think it's possible to integrate in the EU institutions while the war is ongoing?
So one of the main priority of my government is European integration. So now we are on our way. We are a candidate country, and now we hope that we will open all 6 clusters, negotiation clusters with European Commission. I believe that during this year and next year, we will do 100% of our homework and will be fully integrated in European market, in European Union, and became a full-scale member of European Union. So this is our ambitious goal under which we are working every day despite the war.
Are the peace talks in Istanbul merely a performance to please Trump?
You know that Ukraine, as no one else in this world, want to stop this war, really, because we lost our people, our children every day, every night, and for us, this is terrible price for each day of this war, of this aggression against Ukraine. But if we will stop, we will die because we are victim in this aggression. Russia is aggressor. So if Russia will stop, the war will stop. If Ukraine will stop, Ukraine will die. So the formula is very simple. So because of this, we hope that this format in Istanbul will bring us to the real results. While there are negotiations, Russia try, as always, manipulate, as always, to avoid some concrete agreements. But as a minimum, we exchange all the prisoners of war. We exchange the bodies of killed soldiers. We bring back some kidnapped by Russia children. So this is concrete results of these meetings and these negotiations.
Should Europe have a seat in this negotiation table?
Europe?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine, nothing about Europe without Europe. So Europe should be part of these negotiations. Europe should be part of this agreement. So from our side, we share all the information with our European partners, and it's important for us because we are part of the Europe. We want to be part of European Union, full-scale member, and it's important for us to have Europe always in the process of negotiation, in the peaceful process. So it's important, and from my point of view, it's 100% that Europe should be on the negotiation table.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe that there's a defined strategy in the White House regarding to the war in Ukraine? Does Trump has a strategy?
I believe that they have. They have the strategy. Why? Because they are on the very stable, in very stable way, making some steps toward bringing Russia to the negotiation. So I understand what they are doing. So I believe that President Trump and his administration has strategy how to bring Russia to the peace, and I believe it will work.
Marco Rubio says that imposing sanctions on Russia could break the contacts between the White House and the Kremlin.
And absolutely, I'm not sure that it will be so, but I understand that if Putin will continue lie to United States, if Putin will continue manipulate, so there will be no other way just to increase the sanction pressure on Putin to bring him to the real conversation, to the real negotiation. So it's important instrument. I understand that now United States try to bring Putin to the negotiation table and do absolutely a great job, great work to bring in them Russians, to the negotiation table.
I would like to know your opinion about why do you think that Putin has intensified these weeks or months his airstrikes against civilian population in Ukraine? Why this aggressiveness?
We ask ourselves the same question: why they are killing civilians? Why they are destroying civilian infrastructure? The first and the main reason is they just can do this. This is the main reason. They just can. They produce enough drones, 500 drones, so 500 drones are flying to Ukraine. So in the beginning of this war, they produce 20 to 30 drones per month. Now they produce 300 to 500 drones per day. And they just send the same quantity to Ukraine just to kill Ukrainians. So that's all. These drones are not very accurate, and because of this, they just cover all the country, and they just send this to the living blocks, to the Chernobyl confinement, to the, I don't know, maybe they have purpose to attack military or defense objects, but mostly they destroy civilian infrastructure, nuclear infrastructure, and they kill children, they kill elderly, they kill just civilians, just because of they can. Because of this, we ask for the sanctions to cut this logistics for high technological goods to Russia, to stop their production, to decrease their production, and to take off their possibility to attack Ukraine for every night.
Well, so that's all.